Hi y'all, this is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? This is my first time video recording from this angle. I have rigged this video camera on top of my car. So I don't even know how this is going to turn out. But I just wanted to come by and say hello to you guys and tell you again how much I appreciate you, how much I love you, how much I thank you for all the kind words that you leave me on my videos. And I know I owe a few of you some video requests. So just please forgive my delay and my procrastination, but I really have been very busy. Now all these noises I hear need to stop. I mean, I hear birds and crickets and squirrels, and they just outshining me. I don't think I can. I don't even know if you can hear me over all of that noise. But anyways, I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about relationship. I was talking to one of my girlfriends this morning, and she was telling me about conversations she had with, I think, one of her other girlfriends, and just saying how important it was. No, I think she was talking to a coworker. She said she was talking to a coworker, and the coworker was saying how she doesn't get her nails done and she doesn't go get her hair. Oh, gee, oh, have mercy, Jesus. I'm sorry, y'all. That was the squirrel walking up on top of my house, jumping from the tree up on top of the house. Anyways, I digress. So my girlfriend was saying she was talking to a coworker. The coworker said that she doesn't get her nails done anymore. She doesn't get her hair done. She's in a long-term relationship. She said, like a common law marriage. They've been in the relationship a long time. And my girlfriend was telling her that that's the time that she really needs to do these things to keep herself up. Because she said, my girlfriend was saying a lot of times that women get into before the relationships, they get their nails done, they get their hair done, they get their feet done, they go, they keep themselves up and all of that. And then after they get somebody, they let themselves go, or they don't do a lot of those things. And I bet you think that I am agreeing with my coworker, my friend, right? Well, to a certain degree, I am. I most definitely am agreeing, because I think I was watching Sincerely Chris and Kim, and Kim was saying the same thing about making sure you keep yourself up looking good and all of those things for your mate, because even Chris was saying how men are visual and you keep yourself looking good. I am not disputing that fact at all. That is absolutely 110% true. That it is very important that those things that you did to get your mate, you kept yourself looking good, your hair, your skin, your nails, your feet, your fashion, your weight, all of those things you kept up to get that person. And then after you get married or in a long-term relationship, or especially married, you should not let your parents go, and you should not just stop doing those things that that originally attracted your mate. However, this is the point that I don't know if I'm saying I'm disagreeing, or maybe I just want to add. I think that's what I want to do. I want to add, not disagree, because I don't disagree with that at all. But this is the point that I want to add, that I think so many of us miss. That in a relationship, it's holding on to a man or to a relationship, or ensuring the success of your marriage is not all about keeping up with those things that it took to get them. Because a lot of times, like for me, I met my husband 26 years ago. I mean, I was fine. I was tall, and I'm still tall. I'm still fine. I just got a whole lot more to love. But I was slim. I was tall and slender, and long hair, and beautiful skin, and the girls were sitting up there, and had all my teeth, and that's what attracted my husband. That was the physical that attracted. He said those long legs. That's the physical that attracted my husband. But it takes more than that. And a lot of times we concentrate on the physical because we hear so many people say Whatever it took for you to get that man, you better do continue to do it to keep that man. And of course, this goes vice versa for women too, men and women. But you know me, most of the time when I'm talking, I'm kind of gearing my conversation towards the women. But men, soak it in. I'm talking, just flip the script, just flip the genders. But that's our male person. We're gonna get the mail out of there. Thank you. We just let our mail pile up. I say ain't nothing good coming in the mail. But anyways, he probably said, "You standing out there making a video. You need to come get some of this mail out of the mailbox." I digress again. But anyways, so often we concentrate on the physical. We've heard our grandmas, we've heard our moms, we've heard our coworkers, we've heard our girlfriends, we've seen the magazines. We've just inundated with this same mantra. Whatever it took to get them, you better continue to do to keep them. Okay, I'm not disagreeing with that, but what I'm saying is we hear that and we concentrate so much on the physical that we don't put the same amount or even more, and I say even more, emphasis on the emotional and the spiritual. You've got to be able to spiritually attract your man and hold his interest. You've got to emotionally be able to attract a man and hold his attention and minister to him spiritually. And that man, you got to be able to minister to her spiritually. You've got to be able to make love to him or make love to her without even ever taking off your clothes, without even going into sex. You have to be able to know how to respect and honor and listen to and have humor in your relationship and fun in your relationship and make that person feel good about themselves. And a lot of times we are trying to make sure that we look good. And don't get me wrong, there's not like me. Right now it's 3 something in the evening. It's my day off. And oh well, I gotta go to work later tonight, like 11 o'clock tonight. But I got in, got a little sleep, and I was watching TV and on YouTube and Twitter and all that. And it got to be 2 something. I was like, oh, let me get up and take my shower, brush my teeth, do my hair, put on something nice so when my husband come home. So believe me, I do agree with that fact that I don't want my husband to come home and I look the same and smell the same as when he left. But although I always smell good. But I the physical is important. I just shared that to tell you that the physical is important. I don't want my husband to come home to see me looking the same as when he left. I still moisturize and comb my hair and still moisturize my face and brush my teeth and took a nice shower and I smelled good and got on something nice, waiting on him to come home. But I'm also going to minister to his spirit. I'm going to ask him how was his day. I'm going to not just ask how was his day, but I'm going to listen to what he says about his day. And then whatever he shares with me about his day, I'm not going to judge it. I'm not going to beat him down about it. I'm going to ask questions to show interest about his day. I'm going to see what he wants to eat. Now, y'all, I don't cook, but I will make sure he is fed. That's the most important thing. I'll ask him what he wants to eat. If he takes a shower, he needs me to come in there and wash his back, I will wash his back. If he needs me to scratch his back, I will scratch his back. If he needs me to, I will rub his bald head. We will laugh and we will talk. We'll have pillow talk. And that is the part that's most important. Not so much what I look like when he come home. Although, like I say, although important, but it's more important as how I receive him, how I minister to his spirit, how I have our home to be a place of refuge when he comes from out of this cold world and he returns home to a nice place of refuge. So again, I don't want you to think that I'm disagreeing with the fact that the physical is important. It is important to keep to be healthy, to keep up with your good hygienes and to keep up with your appearance and your fashion. And if you gain weight and your weight is depressing you, or is a cause of contention in your marriage or whatever, okay, then work on that. But we are so used to focusing on the physical. Girl, you got to keep yourself looking good. Girl, you got to get your nails done. You got to get your feet done. You got to get your hair done. You got to do this. You got to do that. We're so focused on the physical. But how many of us are hearing about ministering to his spirit? How many of us are focusing on making your man or your woman feel good? How many of us are focusing on esteeming your spouse higher than you esteem yourself? How many of us are being told about that type of love? Everything is just so physical. And that's why a lot of times we don't understand when our spouses go out. Now there is no rationalization or excuse for cheating. None. Zero. But it happens. And a lot of times when it does happen, and especially when it happens and we feel like the woman or the man that our spouse cheated with looks no better than us, that's because we got it so twisted that it's about the look. Your spouse go out and cheat with somebody who's 5 times bigger than you are, or cheats with somebody who's of a different race, or cheat with somebody who doesn't look as attractive as you do, and you're beating yourself up trying to figure out why would they cheat on me with, first of all, why would they cheat, but then secondly, why would they cheat with this person? Well, because we got it all twisted that things are about the physical. Love is far beyond the physical. Believe me, when my husband met me, I always say I was half the size that I am, but I was also half the woman that I am. But what has kept my husband is because I know the importance of ministering to his spirit. And it's not all about if my nails are done, if my feet are done. Oh, I try to keep them feet up now. Sometimes they get a little out of shape, but I try to keep them up. But it's not all about that. It's all about ministering. And when I say minister, what is it that I'm saying when I say ministering to his spirit, ministering to her spirit? What I mean is there is a comfort and a refuge with being with you, that I look forward to being with my wife. I look forward to being with my husband. I don't have to drive around after work because I don't want to go home. I don't have to go to the mall after work because I don't want to go home. I don't have to go to Hooters. My husband does not have to go to Hooters after work because he does not want to come home. He doesn't have to go shoot hoop. And no, there's nothing wrong with, a man going out, having a good time, doing whatever his pastime is. He loves to shoot ball or like to go work out. That's all good. But, some men, they're not doing those things because of pastime. They're doing those things because they don't want to come home. And that's a big difference. And when a man wants to come home, he looks forward to talking to his wife. He looks forward to just having that friendship and that camaraderie and that rapport and that laughter and that pillow talk. And when he just can't wait to tell her this, and he can't wait to share this and that with her. That's what I'm talking about, ministering. When the world has beat you up and you come inside your home, you can come in and you could just strip off everything. You could strip off the weight of the world, the burdens of the world. You could strip off the facade, because at home I can be myself. I can be vulnerable. I can be humorous. I can be not so humorous. I can be sad. I can be happy. I can be joyful. That little girl. And that's the main thing in ministering to the spirit of your man, is can that little boy safely come out? Every man, like I've said this on past videos, every man, from the hardest thug to the nerdiest geek to all in between, every man has a little boy in him, and every woman has a little girl in her. A lot of times we keep it hidden because he or she has gotten hurt too much. But when you find that person who allows that little girl to come out, you find that person who allows that little boy to come out, and you don't hold it against them when you in an argument, or when you're in a disagreement, or when you are saying certain things. You're not holding those vulnerabilities against your spouse. You're not playing against their vulnerabilities. You're not using those times when they allow the little girl and little boy to come out of them, and they can safely bring that little girl or that little boy out of them. That's when you're ministering to their spirit. And honey, believe me, this body is getting older. My body is getting older, your body is getting older, and it's eventually going back to the dust. My back been hurting me the last week. Lord, my back has been hurting me. But and it's my body is getting older. But in a relationship, it's not all about, excuse me, I'm looking at them squirrel. It's not all about the physical. Yes, men are visual. You want to keep yourself, you want to keep good hygiene. You want to keep yourself looking nice, smelling good. But don't just think it's all about the physical. So many women have been left by men, and the women are baffled because they think they look so good. They think that they look so good, and they can't imagine why he left all of this, because you thought that everything was wrapped up into all of this. But when you didn't realize that it was about ministering to him, and in turn him ministering to you. All right, love y'all. Y'all be blessed.